Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield Sheehan. I am coming to you live from the Bradley Athletic Center on the campus of Boston Trinity Academy in Boston, Massachusetts. Here to bring you today's Massachusetts Bay Independent League High School Varsity Boys Basketball Contest between the visiting Galloping Ghosts of the Marie Phillips School for the Deaf and the hosting Boston Trinity Academy Lions. As you can see from the scoreboard clock in the bottom left corner of your screen, we got a little over 12 minutes before this game is set to get underway. So with that in mind, let's take a look at the rosters for the two teams. We'll start with the visiting Marie Philip Galloping Ghosts. Going in order of jersey number for Marie Philip, first off on their roster we have number 2, Andrew Truong. Next up is number 3, Domenico Toledo. Number 4, Andrew Riebi. Number 5, Xavier De Leon. Number 20, Ellis Jones. Number 24, Henry Wentworth. And number 30, Adrian Aguilar Saavedra. So that is the roster for the Marie Philip Galloping Ghosts, as you can see them warming up there. The home team, Boston Trinity Academy Lions, have gone back to their locker, so, why don't we hold off on giving their roster until they come back out onto the floor. In the meantime, if you end up enjoying this live stream, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams, including another Boston Trinity Academy contest coming up on Monday evening. So be sure to subscribe so you can stay up to date on what's coming up on my channel, as I will have Boston Trinity's boys basketball game against Landmark back here at the Bradley Athletic Center on Monday at 5:30. And on top of liking and subscribing, I encourage you to participate in the live chat. If there's anything you'd like to say, could be as simple as go Lions or go Ghosts, regardless of who you're cheering for. I like to see the good vibes in the live chat. You could shout out your favorite player. You could let us know where you're tuning in from, since with these online live streams, you can tune in from anywhere in the world as long as you got a Wi-Fi connection. And then on the more important side, if you notice any technical difficulties with the stream, if you notice my audio sounds off, or if the picture doesn't look quite right, then you can let me know in the live chat. And also, just as important, if you notice me mispronouncing anyone's names, or if I have any listings wrong on the rosters I've been given, again, please let me know in the live chat. I want to give these student athletes the best coverage I possibly can. And then one other thing that folks can let me know in the live chat, an extra feature I've tried to include on this particular live stream is closed captioning. Now, the captions are automated by YouTube, so I don't know how good or accurate they are, but I figured on the off chance that they're able to work and function well and can help people follow along with my commentary, even for those who might be deaf or hard of hearing, then I figured it was a feature at least worth trying. So if folks want to try that out and let me know if it works or if it's terrible, it's just something for me to know going forward when I'm doing these live streams, not just for games involving Marie Philip, but for any games going forward, because it doesn't have to be a team for a school for the deaf in order to have fans who are deaf or hard of hearing. So if this function works, it could be good to add going forward. And we do have some stuff going in the live chat. We've actually got one of the Boston Trinity players who's not here today. That's Gabe Glover, tuned in from Myrtle Beach. Go Lions. Well, happy to see you following along with your team's actions, even when you're not able to be at the game, Gabe. That is awesome. And then from Chennai Mayers, let me know if I'm botching that name, tuned in from 3 feet away. What headphones are you using? Oh, gosh. I don't know if I remember the exact brand and model name off the top of my head. But the headphones do serve me well. And then from Grifflin Entertainment, girls game went well. Hope Mosey can pull this one out. Go Lions. And indeed, the Boston Trinity and Marie Philip girls basketball teams faced off on this same floor just before this game. And Boston Trinity Academy pulled out that win. So Lions fans hoping to see a sweep here at Bradley Athletic Center. And as for Mosey, I think I can comfortably assume they are referring to the Boston Trinity Academy 8th grader, number 30, Moses Long. And following that up, once again, Chennai Mayers, hashtag in love with Mosey. So indeed, Moses Long, a fan favorite here at Boston Trinity Academy. And we will see him and the Lions out on the floor shortly. As you can see, there's about 5.5 minutes left before we get this one underway. Once again, thank you all for tuning in to this live stream of today's Varsity Boys Basketball Contest, courtesy of the Massachusetts Bay Independent League, between the Boston Trinity Academy Lions and the Marie Philip Galloping Ghosts. Interesting to note, Marie Philip relatively short-handed on their boys basketball squad this year. The past couple seasons, the Galloping Ghosts have been a bit of a basketball powerhouse within the MBIL. But this year, just 7 players deep on their varsity roster. So we'll see if Boston Trinity Academy's superior depth will play in as a factor here today. Boston Trinity Academy on their varsity roster, they got, let's count them up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 players deep. So Boston Trinity's got a whole entire starting lineup's worth more of additional players as compared to Marie Philip. Little less than 4 minutes, and here come the Lions. Now that they're out here, let's list off the roster for the home team of Boston Trinity Academy. Going in order of jersey number once again. First off, we have a freshman, number 0, Henry Marchioni. Next up, a senior, number 1, Caleb Pucci. A junior, number 2, Gabe Glover. A junior, number 3, Welby Perez Valera. A freshman, number 4, Benjamin Desiree. A freshman, number 5, E.Z. Morristhien. A senior, number 13, Philip Dos Santos. A senior, number 14, Luke Hodge. A freshman, number 15, Alexios Mamalakis. A freshman, number 21, Kyle Cameron Martin. An 8th grader, number 30, Moses Long. And finally, a junior, number 32, Daniel Rondon. So we see the captains meeting at center court for BTA. Caleb Pucci, Welby Perez Valera, and Luke Hodge. For Marie Phillip, number 4, Andrew Riebi, and number 15, who is not on my roster. I'll see if I can find anything on that. Just a minute left on the clock, and we're about to get this one started. Okay, here we go. I found on Max Preps, looks like number 15 is Jeremy Novas. And if there happen to be any Marie Phillip fans tuning into this live stream, and you notice me messing up any of the names, if the roster I've got is wrong, anything like that, you know, please let me know in the live chat. The live chat starting to get hyped here. From Chene Mayers, thank you so much for streaming this. I'm happy to do it. This is the best job in the world as far as I'm concerned. From Daniel Fanoof, go Marie Phillip, we are unstoppable. Chene Mayers answers back, y'all better win. And Vasilis Karanos, Invictus, with a number of lion emojis, and then Chene Mayers piling on with more lion emojis. I love this. I love seeing the fans get hyped. Keep those vibes good in the live chat, folks. Let's enjoy this game. Starting for Marie Phillip, they've got number 3, Domenico Toledo, number 5, Xavier De Leon, number 4, Andrew Riebi, number 2, Andrew Truong, and number 20, Ellis Jones. For BTA, number 3, Welby Perez Valera, number 5, E.Z. Morristhien, number 1, Caleb Pucci, number 14, Luke Hodge, and number 21, Kyle Cameron Martin. 16 minutes on the clock for the first half. Opening tip will be Hodge against Riebi. Lions against the Ghosts. Here we go. Opening tip won by Hodge and collected by Perez Valera. He gives it back to Morristhien. Morristhien swings it over to Pucci, back up top to Morristhien. Now back to Pucci and back up top to Morristhien. Morristhien just unloads and hits it! Nothing but net from deep for E.Z. Morristhien to get the scoring started here at the Bradley Athletic Center. Bringing the ball up is De Leon. Swings it over to Jones. Jones dribbles to the top. and throws it over to number 3, Toledo. Now over to De Leon, now out to Riebi. Andrew Riebi hands it off to Xavier De Leon, dribbles across, back to Riebi. Riebi fires from 3, misses short. Rebound is tipped several ways. Last touched by the Galloping Ghosts. Morristhein bringing up the ball. Gives it over to Perez Valera. Now back to Morristhein and across to Pucci. Back up top to Morristhein, throws inside to Martin, kicks out to Pucci. Pucci from the wing, no good. Rebound by Hodge. Hodge puts it back up for 2. Great positioning on the rebound by the BTA big man. Pass over to Riebi, kicks it out to De Leon. De Leon dribbling across, gives it out to Truong. Now up top to Riebi. Riebi dribbling up top, starts to drive, Euro step, puts it up, no good. Rebound, Perez Valera throws it up to a streaking Kyle Cameron Martin for the fast break layup. An early 7-0 run for the home team. Riebi starts to drive, lost his dribble, passes out of the trap, gets it to De Leon. De Leon, quick pass to Jones, back out to De Leon. De Leon runs in, floater, gets the rim bounce. Xavier De Leon with the first points of the day for Marie Phillip. Morristhein bringing it up. Hands it off to Perez Valera. Swung over to Pucci. Pucci to Martin. Back out to Pucci. And up top to Perez Valera. Perez Valera unloads. No good. Rebound by Toledo. De Leon bringing it up. Throws it up to Jones. Ellis Jones dribbling. Stolen from behind by Pucci. Off to the races. An easy fast break layup for the senior. He saw his opening, saw the ball handler wasn't looking, and turned on the Jets for the steal and the fast break lay-in. That ball poked loose by Perez Valera, but recovered by De Leon. Kicks it out. Toledo for 3. No good. Rebound won by Hodge. How about Luke Hodge battling down in the post on both ends for the boards? Morristhein swings it all the way across, too far, intercepted by Toledo, given to De Leon. De Leon lost his dribble, knocked loose by Martin, but he recovers, passes up top to Riebi. And Riebi slows things down a bit. Now gives to Toledo. Toledo fires from the top. No good. 9-2, the BTA lead, 3 minutes into this one. Morristhein gives to Perez Valera. Back up top to Morristhein. Morristhein dribbles around his defender, pulls up for a long 2. No good. Rebound Riebi. Now De Leon bringing it up for the Ghosts. Cross half court, passes up to Truong. Truong swings it up to Jones. Jones over to Toledo, to the corner to Truong. Truong throws down low for Jones. Jones collects the pass, turns around and banks it in. Ellis Jones with his first bucket of the game. 9-4, now the BTA lead. Perez Valera gives to Martin. Martin running in, pulls up mid-range, no good. Rebound by Toledo. De Leon across half court, dribbles around a pick, stays in bounds, weaving through, gives to Jones. Jones runs baseline, layup, no good. Rebound by De Leon, put back, no good. Rebound this time by Hodge. Hodge throws it up to Morristhein. Morristhein sprinting in, left-hander, oh, in and out, unlucky rim roll. Rebound by De Leon, and he's sprinting right back. Pass inside to Jones. Jones banks it in. 4 points from Ellis Jones. And now it is a one-possession game. Martin hands off to Morristhein. Morristhein sees a lane, drives in, kicks it to Hodge. Baseline jumper, in and out, no good. Rebound tipped and won by Martin. Kicks it out to Perez Valera, who fires for 3, and he hits it. Welby Perez Valera with his first points of the day, and they came at a pretty good spot to break a 6-2 run by the Ghosts and put his team back up by 2 possessions. Timeout is called. So far, Ellis Jones leading all scorers. He's got 4 points for Marie-Philip, while Xavier De Leon has 2. For BTA, a pretty well spread scoring setup here. Welby Perez Valera and Easy Morristhene with 3 points each, while Caleb Pucci, Luke Hodge, and Kyle Cameron Martin each have 2. Each starter for the Lions has scored so far. A lot of notes going in the live chat. I won't be able to say them all, but Daniel Phaneuf saying Marie-Philip is 12-4, and their sophomore is almost averaging a triple-double. There's a couple sophomores that might be, according to Max Preps, I'm not sure if he's referring to Andrew Riebi or Xavier De Leon. But coming out of the timeout, it is a 6-point lead for the Lions. De Leon bringing it up. Driving in, running floater, no good. Rebound tipped again. Out of bounds, last touched by the Ghosts. Pucci now bringing it up. Having subbed in for BTA during the timeout is number 30, Moses Long. This one's handed off to Perez Valera. Another 3-ball, no good. Rebound collected by Jones. Passed up to Riebi. Riebi running the floor. Ball was knocked loose. He had to pass out of it, and it was off the mark. Stolen by Perez Valera. Perez Valera fakes, steps back, kicks it up to Martin. Martin drives in. He's got a lane to the hoop for 2. Kyle Cameron Martin with 4 points. BTA now leads by 8. De Leon dribbles across half court, looks for a pass. It's deflected, but he managed to get it back. Gives it to Toledo, throws over to Jones. Jones dribbling inside, stolen away by Pucci. Pucci running, pass, Perez Valera in. Another great steal to set up the fast break by Caleb Pucci, and Perez Valera now has 5 off the assist from his senior. Truong gives to De Leon. Pass gets to Toledo. Back up top to De Leon. Swung over to Truong on the wing and back up top to De Leon. Now over to Riebi. Riebi dribbling, throws down low. Toledo backing down, turning around, trying to move, blocked. And on the loose ball, a foul called against Kyle Cameron Martin, I believe. That'll be his first personal, first foul of the game. It was a nice block by Luke Hodge on the help defense there. But the loose ball foul gives Marie-Philip the inbound. Inbounds to Riebi, goes up, blocked by Martin, recovered by De Leon. Passed out to Toledo. Toledo blocked by Pucci. 3 straight blocks from 3 different players for the Lions. And a travel as Pucci lost his balance trying to stay in bounds after the pass. And Pucci now subs out for number 0, Henry Marchioni. But wow, a block by Hodge, a block by Martin, and then a block by Pucci. That was an insane sequence for the Lions defense. Riebi gives to De Leon. BTA leads by 10. Over to Truong. Truong swings it over to a new sub in, Jeremy Novas. Now pass across to Jones, now to De Leon. De Leon running baseline, finds a lane and finds the hoop for 2. 4 points now for Xavier De Leon. Perez Valera decides to pull up and misses. And so the sophomore averaging a triple-double that Daniel Phaneuf was referring to was Xavier De Leon. He is tied for the scoring lead so far for the Ghosts with 4. Novas trying to keep his dribble, has to pick it up and pass out to Truong. Truong looking around, throws down low to Jones. Jones passes out of it, deflected, stolen. Perez Valera off to the races, to the hoop for 2. Welby Perez Valera leading all scorers with 7. Novas sprinting up the floor. Euro steps in and lays it in. Now BTA slowing things down for a second with Morristhien at the top. Gives to Martin. Martin hands off to Perez Valera. Perez Valera drives in. Layup blocked by Novas, but he saved it. Throws it out. Stolen by Riebi. Now Novas throws it up to the court. Deflected by Marchioni. And that will keep the ball with the Galloping Ghosts. But Henry Marchioni with the good hustle to prevent a fast break lay-in. Substitution for BTA, number 4, Benjamin Desiree, onto the floor, replacing Kyle Cameron Martin. Pass down low to Riebi. Riebi turns around, pass for Truong, broken up by Marchioni and taken away by Long. Pass up to Perez Valera. Perez Valera pulls up from the wing, and no good. Rebound, tipped, and Novas managed to throw it off Marchioni's body to get his team the possession. Now Luke Hodge checking back into the game for BTA, replacing Moses Long. Novas bringing it up. Gives it over to Jones. Now back to Novas. Novas throws it down low to Jones. Jones looking around, fires an awkward shot. No good. Rebound tipped away. And it's recovered by Novas. Long 2, no good. Rebound by Perez Valera. Perez Valera running in transition, still going, goes up, hits the layup. It looked like he didn't have the angle, but Perez Valera says, actually, yes, I did have the angle, and now I have 9 points. Pass goes up to Riebi. He fires from 3, no good. Rebound bouncing along, tipped a couple different ways, and sneaking through and taking it is Perez Valera. Pass to Marchioni, unselfish to Desiree, but Desiree gets blocked to force the travel. Now Caleb Pucci returns to the floor for BTA, replacing Marchioni. 20-10, the BTA lead with just under 7 minutes left in this 16-minute half. Novas dribbling up top, kicks it out to Truong in the corner. Truong dribbles in, ball's knocked loose, but Truong recovers it. Now passes to Riebi, bounce pass to Novas. Novas fakes, steps in, and hits the jumper. Jeremy Novas now with 4. BTA moving it up fast. Morristhien running in, pass to Desiree, shot good. Nice unselfish find by Easy Morristhien to set up Desiree with the open short-range jumper. A timeout is called, and the score, with 6:17 left here in the first half, the Lions 22, the Galloping Ghosts 12. Leading all scorers is Welby Perez Valera with 9 points for Boston Trinity Academy. Kyle Cameron Martin, the second highest scorer so far, with 4. Easy Morristhien has 3, and Caleb Pucci, Benjamin Desiree, and Luke Hodge each have 2. So BTA well spread out on their scoring efforts. 6 players so far have contributed to this current score. For Marie Phillip, only 3 different point scorers, but perfectly balanced at 4 points apiece for Xavier De Leon, Jeremy Novas, and Ellis Jones. Out of the timeout, Domenico Toledo has subbed back in for Marie Phillip, appears to have replaced Andrew Truong. De Leon now bringing it up. Cross half court, throws it to Riebi, handed out to Novas. Novas driving in, going up, no good, but he draws the foul. That foul called against number 4, Benjamin Desiree. His first personal, Second team foul. Jeremy Novas will be at the line shooting 2. And off the back rim on the first. And off the front rim on the second, 0 for 2 at the line. Rebound chased down by Desiree, thrown up to Pucci. Pucci swings it across to Martin. Martin dribbling on the wing, crosses up, steps in, along 2, he hits it. A nice sideways step for Kyle Cameron Martin to set up that long-range jumper. He's now got 6. De Leon cutting in, but he travels. A sub checking in for BTA number 0, Henry Marchioni, back on the floor replacing Caleb Pucci. Now Morristhein bringing it up. And drives in, goes up. No good, was definitely somewhat blocked there. Novas recovers, runs the floor, but has to give it out to Jones. Jones chucks it across to an open De Leon, goes up for the lay-in, and he hits it. Xavier De Leon now at 6, and a timeout is called by BTA. 24-14, and you know, the one thing you really notice as a difference, I talked about it a little before the game, is the difference in depth between these two teams. I mean, Marie Philip is basically playing 6 players deep right now. So guys having to stay out there for a really long time. Meanwhile, BTA is just subbing players in and out almost at will at this point. I mean, how many different players have seen the floor for BTA already? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different players have already seen the floor for BTA. And yeah, it's only a difference but 2 players, but that's a difference of being able to sub out half your starting lineup at a time and being able to sub out 1 guy at any given time. That's a big difference. Out of the timeout, Perez Valera bringing it up, swings it over to Morristhein. Morristhein throws it to Martin, back out to Morristhein. Now to Perez Valera, fakes, throws it across to Pucci on the wing. Pucci drives in, kicks it out. Morristhein running baseline, stops, turns around, gives to Martin. Martin pulls up from inside the key, no good. Rebound collected by Riebi. Now Novas running the floor. Novas finds a lane, drives in, and puts it up for 2. Novas now at 6. He shares the team lead with De Leon. Pucci running in, kicks it out. Morristhein from the wing. No good. Rebound Hodge. Kicks it out. Perez Valera from the opposite wing. No good. Rebound Riebi. Novas running the floor. Kicks it out. De Leon for 3. No good. Rebound by Hodge. And Hodge manages to fend off the jump ball attempt. Morristhein chucks it through traffic. It's knocked away by De Leon. Pucci inbounds to Morristhein. Morristhein swings it to a wide open Pucci, fires for 3 and hits it. Caleb Pucci now with 5 points today. And the BTA lead is back up to double figures. 4 minutes left in the half. Novas dribbling, stepping back. Stepping around, gives to Jones. Jones throws it down low to Toledo. Toledo turns around, finds an opening, but can't hit the layup. Rebound again by Hodge. Almost threw it out of bounds there with a bit of a hard pass to Perez Valera, but he kept it in. Throws it inside to Martin, outside to Hodge. Hodge, the mid-range, no good. Rebound by Toledo. De Leon throws it up to Jones. Jones finds a lane, goes up, hits the layup. Ellis Jones now at 6. All 3 of Marie Philip's point scorers have 6 each, maintaining that perfectly balanced score sheet. Perez Valera gives to Morristhein on the wing. Morristhein pumps a couple times, starts to dribble, passes out to Perez Valera. Now swung over to Pucci, now to Hodge. Hodge hands off to Pucci. Pucci running baseline floater. No good. A rebound won by Novas. Novas throws it up to a streaking Ellis Jones. Jones recollected the ball and goes up for the lay-in. Jones now has 8 points. He leads Marie Philip, and the lead is down to 7 with just under 3 minutes to play. Morristhein gives it to Pucci on the wing. Back up top to Morristhein, inside to Martin. Martin turning around, looking pass, deflected by De Leon, recovered by Jones. Jones on the fast break. And he lost the ball. That wasn't a foul. That wasn't a deflection. Jones just lost his grip on the ball. Subbing in for BTA, number 30, Moses Long, replaces Luke Hodge. Perez Valera throws it up top to Morristhein. Now over to Pucci, inside to Long, but couldn't collect it. But somehow Marie Philip couldn't correct it either. But what? I don't know if they somehow called it out on the Lions, but it didn't look like they did. I think they might have called 3 seconds. Bit confusing there, but Novas throws it over to De Leon and back to Novas. Novas throws to the corner. De Leon dribbles around the attempt and fires a shot. No good. Rebound Morristhein. Morristhein running with it. Still running. Going up himself. No good. Rebound by Novas. Novas trying to run it back. And he double dribbles. And we got a sub checking in for the Lions. Ben Desiree back onto the floor, replacing Kyle Martin. And for Marie Philip, number 2, Andrew Truong back on the floor, replacing Ellis Jones. Inbound to Perez Valera. He steps up, just fires, and no good. Those 3 balls haven't been falling that much for BTA, and on the counterattack, Truong can't hit the layup. It's rebounded by Morristhein. Almost lost his dribble, but got it back and throws it over to Pucci. And a timeout is called by BTA. We got a question from Vasilis Karanos. Where's Coach Franklin? Referring to BTA's head coach Davis Franklin. From what I heard, it seems like he had a bit of a family emergency, which is why he's not able to be here at this game. Certainly hope it's, nothing major. I think he said he was going to try and tune into this stream. So, Coach, if you're watching, we all wish you well. And another comment from Vasilis Karanos. Yo, Luke's on fire with these boards. You're not wrong. From Gabe Glover, we need to drive. And indeed, there have been some moments where, players have found those driving lanes. And, we know that they do have players that know how to slice their way through. So we'll see what these teams do out of the timeout. 1:36 left in the half. Perez Valera bringing it up, gives it to Pucci. Pucci back to Perez Valera. Pass deflected and stolen by De Leon. De Leon running with it, puts up the layup, hits it, and the foul. That foul is called against Welby Perez Valera, his first personal, 3rd team foul. Xavier De Leon will be at the line for the and one. And misses the end one. Rebound by Riebi, but Pucci gets his hands on it to force the jump ball. And possession arrow to Marie Philip. Just a 5-point game now as the Ghosts mounting a bit of a comeback. Substitution for BTA. Kyle Martin back on the floor, replacing, I think, Easy Morristhien. Inbound stolen immediately by Pucci. Pucci turning on the Jets, stops and fakes and makes the easy layup. The patience from Caleb Pucci pays off, even when he's turning on the speed, and he's got 7 now. Kicked out to Truong. Truong for 3, no good. Rebound bouncing along. It's taken by Novas. Given over to Riebi and then to De Leon. De Leon passes down low to Toledo. Toledo turns around. Nowhere to go, and a foul is called on BTA. That foul is called against Luke Hodge, his first personal, 4th team foul. No shot on the foul, so it'll be an inbound for the Ghosts. Truong looking around, passes into De Leon. Now out to Toledo. Now over to Novas. Novas dribbles around a pick. Running baseline, no angle, and his shot does not fall, but the rebound is tipped away, taken by De Leon, puts it up. No good, rebound Novas. Novas stepping out of the crowd, stepping back in. Layup is hit. Jeremy Novas had to fight for that one, but now he's got 8 points. Pucci gives over to Perez Valera. Perez Valera throws to the corner to Martin. Martin, the corner 3, hits it! Kyle Martin now with 9 points. He's matched Perez Valera for the team lead. And that should read 32-24, but the scoreboard kind of messed up here in the closing seconds of the first half. Inbound to Novas. Novas throws to the corner. De Leon for 3, no good. Rebound, tipped several different ways. And I don't know if we got a loose ball foul or if they just said out of bounds. Looks like they just said out of bounds Marie Philip ball. Inbound is tipped away by Hodge. It'll stay with Marie Philip. Just 7 seconds on the clock. Quick inbound to Novas. Novas dribbling around. The clock is not running. Now it's running. Now given over. Toledo fires from 3. No good. Rebound Hodge. Pass back to Pucci. No time to get off another shot, and that will end the half. The score at halftime here at the Bradley Athletic Center. The Boston Trinity Academy Lions 32. The Marie Philip Galloping Ghosts 24. Leading scorers for Boston Trinity Academy, it's actually a tie at the top. Welby Perez Valera and Kyle Cameron Martin with 9 points each to lead the way for the home team. Caleb Pucci not far behind with 7. Easy Morristhien with 3, and Ben Desiree and Luke Hodge with 2 each. For Marie Philip, it remains perfectly balanced between their 3 top scorers. Xavier De Leon, Jeremy Novas, and Ellis Jones with 8 points each. And we got some commentary from the BTA coach, Davis Franklin. Too many turnovers, shots aren't falling. And he's not wrong. And coach, if I may be so humble as to ask, what is the kind of thing that you say to your players when, they're getting some decent looks, but the shots just aren't falling? Coach Franklin saying let's hope for a better second half, and Gabe Glover mentioning help defense also. All right, 5 minutes on the clock here in the half. I'm Jesse Mayfield Sheehan here at the Bradley Athletic Center in Boston, Massachusetts. I'm going to take a brief break off of the mic, but I'll be back with the second half, so stay tuned. Hello again, everybody. Back on the mic, I am Jesse Mayfield Sheehan, coming to you live from the Bradley Athletic Center on the campus of Boston Trinity Academy in Boston, Massachusetts. Ready to bring you the second half of this Massachusetts Bay Independent League varsity high school boys basketball contest between the Boston Trinity Academy Lions and the Marie Philip Galloping Ghosts. I got a note from a Marie Philip fan letting me know that so far the automated captions have been about 80% accurate, which, I mean, for automated captions, I've seen worse. So, if it helps even a little bit, then that's good to know. And then we got some notes from BTA coach Davis Franklin tuning into this stream. Advising that his players should try to get some dribble penetration and get a rhythm from the foul line. And also saying that he would encourage players like Welby Perez Valera and Easy Morristhien to just keep shooting because they're both 40% plus shooters from deep. And those are both good notes, Coach. And it's interesting to see Morristhien only with 3 points in that first half. And while both he and Perez Valera were letting it fly in the first couple minutes of the first half, and it did seem like Perez Valera continued to shoot his shots even if they weren't falling, Morristhien, I think, took a slightly more passive approach as the first half went on. So as he gets the ball to start this second half, we'll see how things might change here in the second half. We'll see if any adjustments are made. Pass to the corner. Perez Valera fires. No good. Rebound tipped. Tipped again, and it goes to Morristhien. Morristhien passes inside to Hodge. Hodge fires, hits it from inside the key. Luke Hodge with 4 points now. Jeremy Novas sprinting across the floor, tries a shot, and travels. Novas really trying to force things on that play, trying to run through a driving lane that just wasn't there. So off that bucket from Hodge, it's now a 10-point lead once again for BTA. Morristhien gives over to Caleb Pucci. Now to the corner to Welby Perez Valera, another corner three, and that one's nothing but net. Missed that exact same shot on the first try, came back on the very next possession, made that exact same backdoor cut to the corner, and hit the shot perfectly. Passes up to Toledo, now over to Riebi. Shot might have been blocked by Perez Valera, rebounded by Hodge, and he threw it behind the head of Pucci, and it's lost out of bounds, goes to Marie Phillip. Sub for Marie Phillip now, number 2, Andrew Truong coming in, replacing Jeremy Novas. But already from that first bucket from Perez Valera, we're seeing the advice that Coach Franklin said in the live chat. Ellis Jones passes to Domenico Toledo, pass across to Andrew Truong, now to Andrew Riebi, outside. Xavier De Leon runs in for the floater, no good, gets his own rebound, kicks it out to Jones, now swung over. Toledo fires the shot, no good, rebound by Truong. Truong throws it to the wing to Jones. Jones throws it down low through the hands of Riebi, rebounded by Hodge on the steal, throws it up to Martin. Kyle Cameron Martin steps back, baseline jumper, no good, but he draws a foul. That foul is going to go against Ellis Jones, number 20. That's his first personal. First foul of the game, I believe, for Marie Phillip. Kyle Cameron Martin will be at the line shooting 2. Off on the first. Martin had an impressive first half, sharing the team lead in points with Welby Perez Valera. They each had 9 in the first frame. And good on the second. 1 for 2 at the line, and Martin now has double figures. And a long pass from Truong over the head of Jones and out of bounds. A substitution. Henry Marchioni back on the... That was a weird bit of substitution confusion, but in the end, Henry Marchioni does come onto the floor, replacing Caleb Pucci. Now Marchioni holding it on the wing, pass to the corner, Perez Valera again, no good that time, and I think they called an over-the-back foul on Luke Hodge. That will be his second personal, first team foul. And we got a sub coming in on each side for BTA, seeing the floor for the first time, number 32, Daniel Rondon. He replaces Luke Hodge, and for Marie Phillip, Jeremy Novas, number 14, checks back into the game, replacing Andrew Truong. Xavier De Leon runs it across half court. Now sends it up top to Novas. Novas poked loose, stolen by Martin. Martin pass to Perez Valera, goes for the fast break layup, no good. And oh, Perez Valera is hurt. Oh no. Perez Valera went up for the fast break lay-in. And I think Novas ended up, trailing him on defense. And as a result, Perez Valera ran into the padding. And I think Novas collided with him behind him. And it might have resulted in just a weird collision. But Perez Valera getting back up and giving the thumbs up. That looked scary for a second, but he's walking off on his own power. It looks like that might have been something that just might have hurt. From what he was signaling, I wonder if he was saying that like his knee hit his wrist because of the way that he collided with the padding or something. So they're going to take a look at him, make sure he's okay. Good sign that he was able to walk off as easily as he was. And at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him back out on the floor before this game's over. De Leon floats a pass up, and it's stolen again by Martin. 2 straight steals for Kyle Cameron Martin as he kicks it out to Morristeen. Morristeen runs baseline, tries a pass, knocked loose, but recovered by Martin. Martin kicks it out. Marchioni unloads. No good. Rebound fought for. And that's going to be a jump ball as both Rondon and Riebi had their hands on it. Possession arrow to the Ghosts. Inbound to De Leon, almost stolen. Almost a heads-up play for Pucci. Substitution for the Lions, number 30, Moses Long, onto the floor, replacing Kyle Cameron Martin. Now a long inbound goes to Toledo, back to De Leon. De Leon sprints across half court, running in, kicks it out to Riebi. Riebi fires from the wing, in and out, no good. Put back by De Leon, no good. De Leon gets his own rebound, gives it out to Riebi, and up top to Novas. Novas spins, steps in, lost the ball, too much traffic, taken by Morristeen. Morristeen running with it, running up, Euro step to the hole for 2. That's what you want to see from Easy Morristeen. Like Coach Franklin was saying, you want your shooters to keep taking shots. Jones running in. And that is going to be, I believe, a good basket and one. No. Or is it going to be 2? Okay, there was a bit of confusion. But the basket was good from Ellis Jones for the first points of the half for Marie Philip after BTA opened on an 8-0 run. A couple subs checking in for BTA. Welby Perez Valera and Luke Hodge replacing Daniel Rondon and Easy Morristeen. Ellis Jones tries for the end one, no good. Rebound is tipped, saved by Long. Gets to Hodge, to Perez Valera, way up to Marchioni. Pass to Pucci. Pucci didn't have the angle on the lay-in, and it's rebounded. And now Riebi passes it back to Novas, now over to De Leon, and back out to Novas. So far, BTA outscoring Marie Philip 8-2 in this half, and we've got a foul for an illegal pick, I think. And that foul is going to be against Ellis Jones. That's his second personal, second team foul. Pucci bringing it up, swings it over to Perez Valera, back up top to Pucci, now over to Marchioni. Now inside, Long turns around, no good on the jumper, rebound deflects over to Toledo, and he gives it up to De Leon, now over to Novas. Now over to Toledo, now to Riebi. Riebi fakes, steps in, kicks it out, up top to Novas. Novas steps in, Long 2 attempt, no good, rebound tipped a couple different ways, but recovered by Perez Valera. Perez Valera brings it up, gives it over to an open Pucci. Pucci for 3, no good. Rebound by Novas. Novas running the floor and pulls back and resets. Now pass to, it went off the leg and it's stolen by Perez Valera. Fast break, layup, hits it. on the same kind of play that almost got him injured. He goes right back to it and now has 14 points. A timeout is called by Marie Philip as it has been a 10-2 run to start this second half for the Lions. And Welby Perez Valera with 5 of those 10 points here in the opening minutes of the second frame. Oh, Gabe Glover giving me a pronunciation correction. It's pronounced Rondon. Am I saying that right? Rondon? Let me know. I know it's on a we got a bit of a delay between me saying things and you guys being able to hear it on your end and then being able to respond in the live chat. And Davis Franklin giving a shout out to his assistant coach. Great play calling by Coach Johnson. And hey, don't underestimate the value of a good assistant coach. I mean, us fans here in New England, we all know what it can be like when you don't necessarily have the best assistant coaches. Patriots. Anyway, De Leon passes it up to Toledo. Toledo running baseline, throws it out to Novas. Novas Euro step to the hole, no good. Rebound by Perez Valera. Throws a long one up to Morristhien. Morristhien decides to give it to Perez Valera. Fake, steps in from inside the key, no good. Gets his own rebound, kicks it out to Morristhien. Morristhien around a pick, starts to drive, pulls up mid-range, no good. Rebound by Toledo, thrown up to De Leon. De Leon running, goes up, no good, but draws a foul. They're going to call that foul on Caleb Pucci, his first personal third team foul. Xavier De Leon will be at the line shooting 2. And he hits the first. And he's off on the second. Perez Valera with the rebound. Passes it up to Morristhien. Morristhien goes for the three. No good. Rebound by Novas. Novas running with it. Resets from the top. Gives it over to De Leon. Back to Novas. Novas now gives it to the other side to De Leon. De Leon throws inside to Toledo. Toledo pulls up. No good. Gets his own rebound. Passes out to De Leon. De Leon for three. No good. Rebound by Martin. And Martin draws the foul. Wait, did they call a travel on Martin? Or did they call a jump ball? What did they call? Ball. Inbound goes to Novas. Novas dribbling, hits traffic, kicks it out to Riebi. Now over to the corner. De Leon for three. No good. Rebound by Martin. Martin running with it. Throws it up to Perez Valera. Perez Valera might have had his foot on the line. Doesn't matter. Shot no good. Rebound tipped. Last touched by Marie Philip. Getting ready for the inbound. Marchioni throws it into Morristhien. Quick turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound by Riebi. And now Novas will be bringing up BTA with a 15-point lead with less than 10 minutes left. Novas around a pick. Keeps dribbling in. And a foul is called. It's a non-shooting foul. There was a bit of a discussion there about whether or not that was a shooting foul. That foul will go against Easy Morristhien, his first personal fourth team foul. But Novas had not put up the shot yet, and so inbound, now pass down low to Novas. Novas fakes, turns around, awkward shot, no good. Rebound Martin. Martin throws it up to Morristhien. Morristhien running, going up, hits the lay-in. Easy Morristhien now at 7. De Leon gives it over to Riebi. Riebi throws a pass right to Martin for the interception, and he runs the floor for an easy lay-in. Kyle Cameron Martin now with 12. Jones dribbling, steps back for 3, no good. Rebound bouncing along. Riebi saves it, and it goes right to De Leon, who runs in for the layup. Xavier De Leon now has 11 to lead his team. Perez Valera over to Marchioni, back to Perez Valera, now over to Morristhien. Morristhien fires, no good. Rebound fought for, and a foul is going to be called on the loose ball, and it's going to be another one against Hodge. That is his third personal, fifth team foul. It's Rebi. Am I saying that right, Daniel Fanufla? Let me know. Vasilis Karnos asking who's leading in rebounds for BTA. Sadly, I'm not able to keep track of rebounds while also operating the camera and doing play-by-play. So my apologies for that. I'm at least able to keep track of points. Novas stepping in, stepping back, shot, no good. Rebound, won by Rebi. Rebi looking around, throws it out, and gets it to Novas. Swung over to De Leon, fires for 3, off the rim, no good. Rebound, kept in bounds by Morristhien, but his teammate wasn't ready for the save pass, and instead it's taken back by Rebi. Pass to Novas, and now to De Leon. Now out to Truong, who just gives it to Novas as they set the play. Novas running in, 2 steps, and draws a foul. And now a substitution, as that foul was called against Moses Long, his first personal 6-team foul. And as Caleb Pucci returns to the floor, one more foul, and Marie Philip will be shooting the bonus. Novas fighting down low, lost the ball, got it back, shot, draws a foul. And that'll be a shooting foul, which means he will get 2 free throws. But from this point forward, with the bonus, any defensive foul committed by BTA will send the Marie Philip player to the line for a 1-and-1. First attempt from Novas is good. And misses the second. Rebound by Martin. Martin over to Pucci. Pucci up top to Martin, now swung over to Morristhien. Morristhien gives it to Martin, now swung over to Pucci. Pucci throws it to Long, back out to Pucci. Pucci for 3, no good. Rebound by Jones, throws it up to De Leon. De Leon running, trying to fend off at the defenders. It's knocked loose by Martin, but it's recovered by Jones. Fakes, shoots, in and out, no good. Rebound by Long. Pass up to Martin. Martin running, passes down low to Pucci. He lays it in for 2. Caleb Pucci now with 9 today. Novas dribbling, draws a foul. That foul is going to go against Caleb Pucci, and that will send Novas to the line for a 1-and-1. And a timeout is called by BTA. When we come back from this timeout, Jeremy Novas will be shooting a 1-and-1 free throw after Caleb Pucci's second personal foul, which is BTA's 8th team foul. Oh, it's Reby. Thank you, KYLQR17K. Okay, that is good to know. All right, so far in this half, the Lions have done a great job pulling away. They have scored 16 points this half while holding the Galloping Ghosts to just 6 points through the first 8 minutes and 42 seconds. Leading the way in points for BTA, Welby Perez Valera with 14, Kyle Cameron Martin with 12, Caleb Pucci with 9, Easy Morristhien with 7, Luke Hodge with 4, and Ben Desiree with 2. For Marie Phillip, 11 points from Xavier De Leon, 10 from Ellis Jones, and 9 from Jeremy Novas, who out of the timeout will be shooting the 1-and-1. So if he makes this one, he shoots the second free throw, but if he misses, then play resumes live. And it's in and out, no good. And everybody forgot it was a 1-and-1, but now play resumes off an awkward rebound by Rondon. Perez Valera throws to Martin, now back to Perez Valera, across to Morristhien. Now to the corner to Martin. Martin stays in bounds, throws it inside to Pucci. Pucci throws it outside to Perez Valera, dribbles over to the wing, swings it across to Morristhien. Morristhien runs in, and an awkward pass. It's just kind of either off or he thought Rondon was going to cut. I don't know what, but either way, it's Marie Phillip ball. Reby throws it over to Novas, and another foul is drawn by Novas, and he will be going to the line for another 1-and-1. That foul called against Morristhien. Second personal, 9th team foul. So this will be a 1-and-1 free throw once again. So again, if he misses this one, then play resumes. But if he makes it, he gets to shoot his second free throw. One more foul from BTA, and Marie Phillip will be shooting the double bonus, which means the shooter will get 2 free throws regardless of whether they make or miss. But Novas makes this one. He's now got 10. As subbing in for BTA is Moses Long, replacing Perez Valera. Second free throw is good. Novas now tied with De Leon for the team lead with 11. This pass deflected and stolen by De Leon. Turns around, puts up the shot, no good. Rebound, and that one is blocked by Pucci, I believe. Long throws a long pass over to Morristhien. Morristhien running the baseline, turnaround, mid-range, no good. Rebound, fought for, and won by Reby. Now given back to Novas. Novas gives it out to Jones, now across to Truong. Truong pass, knocked loose, last touched, they say, by Novas after the pass was disrupted by Martin. Subbing in now for BTA, Welby Perez Valera and Luke Hodge, replacing Caleb Pucci and Daniel Rondon. 48-32, 6 minutes left in this one. Perez Valera gets it to Morristhien. Morristhien gives to Perez Valera. He just fires. No good. Rebound by Novas. Novas throws a pass up to Truong. Now out to Novas. Novas around a pick. Swings it over Reby. Now up top to Novas. Now over to De Leon. Back to Novas again. Now for Reby. Now throws it to De Leon. De Leon out to Reby. Reby from the wing. Hands off to De Leon. Up top to Novas. Novas starts driving in. Bounce pass to Truong. Truong steps in. And he did not get the shot off in time. That is a shot clock violation. Just took too long deciding when to take the shot. And now it is BTA ball. Morristhein against a full press as Perez Valera throws it up to Martin. Martin almost got trapped, and he had to throw a pass, and Perez Valera wasn't ready for it, and that'll be out of bounds. Jones inbounds to De Leon. Now given to Truong. Down low, broken up, stolen by Hodge, but stolen back by De Leon. Pass down low to Reby. Reby's layup no good. Rebound De Leon, put back no good. Rebound by Morristhein. Running, throws it up to Perez Valera. Layup, gets the rim roll. 16 points for Welby Perez Valera. Novas running the floor, sprints in, draws another foul, and this will be the double bonus. So it doesn't matter whether it was a shooting foul or not. Novas will get a full 2 free throws either way. That was the second personal foul for Kyle Cameron Martin and the 10th team foul for the Lions. And he makes the first, and once again, people didn't realize that actually this time it's not a 1-and-1. Second free throw off the mark, rebound Perez Valera, dribbling again against the press. Now he finds a lane, sprints across half court, throws it up to Morristhein. Morristhein from the corner, no good. Rebound juggled, but recovered by Novas. Long pass, chased down by Jones, could not save it. And it will go back to BTA. Inbound to Morristhein. Thrown up to Martin. Martin dribbling. Gives it out to Perez Valera, all alone from the wing. It's it! 19 points for Welby Perez Valera. First 3-ball in a while for the Lions. They've had some struggles shooting from the outside, but have still found ways to put points on the board. Novas dribbling, throws it to the corner. De Leon fires for 3, short. Rebound tipped, won by Morristhein, chucked up to Perez Valera. Perez Valera throws it up for Martin. Martin to the hole. 14 points for Kyle Cameron Martin. How about this effort from the freshman? A 22-point lead now for the Lions. Despite the foul trouble, they continue to widen their lead. Novas dribbling up top, fires for 3, banks it in. I think that might be the first made 3-pointer for Marie Philip so far today. I might be wrong, I might be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Hodge pulls up for the mid-range, rejected by Novas. We got a sub coming in for the Lions, number 15, Alexios Mamalakis, replacing Welby Perez Valera. 3 minutes and 16 seconds left in this one. Inbound to Morristhein. Morristhein thought about pulling up, but decided against it. Dribbles across, gives to Long, and now back up top to Morristhein. Morristhein fakes, steps in, gives it out. Moses Long for the baseline jumper, no good. Rebound scrummed for, and ultimately recovered by Jones. Jones running the floor, passes it up to Novas. Novas running around, trying to go in. And a travel call against Novas as Hodge kind of walled off his approach there, but did it cleanly. Inbound to Morristhein. Now up to Martin. Back to Morristhein. Morristhein running the floor, pulls up mid-range, no good. Rebound tipped right to Novas. Passing back and forth, it is once again Novas with the ball, throws it over to De Leon. He fires for 3, no good. Rebound by Morristhein. Morristhein chucks it up to Martin. Martin fires from the wing, no good. Rebound tipped and recovered by Toledo. Now Novas bringing it up, 2 minutes left. It is a 19-point ball game. Novas, nowhere to go, has to give it to De Leon, back to Novas, inside to Toledo. Toledo throws it down low to Jones. Jones misses the lay-in. And jump ball is called as both Hodge and Reby got their hands on the ball. We got a massive substitutions coming in. Truong for Marie Philip replaces De Leon. And then 3 new players coming onto the floor, Rondon, Pucci, and Marchioni. They replace Morristhine, Hodge, and Martin. Pucci throws it up to Long. Long passes up to Mamalakis. Now back out to Long. Now across, tipped but taken by Pucci. Back to Long and back over to Mamalakis. Throws down low to Rondon. Rondon gets swarmed, but kicks it out to Mamalakis, who fires a long one. No good. Rebound tipped to Pucci. Pucci looking around, running baseline. And he draws a defensive foul. That foul will be against Ellis Jones, his 3rd personal, 3rd team foul. Pucci inbounds to Mamalakis. Mamalakis tries again, no good. Rebound Long. Long tries to put it up, no good. Rebound by Reby. Novas running with it. Still running, kicks it out to Truong. Truong fakes, now throws down low to Novas. Novas puts up the layup. Novas now with 17. Pucci running the floor, gives it to Mamalakis, fakes, dribbles around a pick, throws it up top to Marchioni. Less than a minute left in this one. As it's given to Pucci. Pucci fires from deep, no good. Rebound tipped, collected by Marchioni. Put back floater, no good. Rebound chased down by Marchioni, gives it to Long. Long pulls up for the mid-range, no good. Rebound by Jones. Novas throws it, deflects off of several feet, and they're going to call a kickball. .3 seconds left as Jones inbounds to Novas. Bounce pass over to Jones, fires for 3, hits the 3. Ellis Jones with just the 2nd 3-pointer so far today for Marie Philip. Marchioni back to Pucci. Pucci throws it up to Long. Long looking around, gives to Marchioni. And over to Mamalakis. Mamalakis fires well off the mark. Novas rebounds. Novas throws it up to Truong. In the closing seconds, gives it out to Novas. Tries for the buzzer beater. No good. And that is your ball game. The final score here at the Bradley Athletics Center. The Boston Trinity Academy Lions, 55. The Marie Philip Galloping Ghosts, 41. Final scoring totals here, leading all scorers today was Welby Perez Valera. He finished with 19 points. Second on BTA's scoring sheet was Kyle Cameron Martin with 14. Caleb Pucci had 9 points. Easy Morristhine had 7. Luke Hodge finished with 4. And Benjamin Desiree had 2. And that rounds out the scoring for BTA. For Marie Philip, only 3 different point scorers all game. 17 from Jeremy Novas to lead the way. Ellis Jones with 13, and Xavier De Leon with 11. So a nice win for BTA. Really clamped down defensively early on in that second half. And although Marie Philip started to find a bit of form later on in the second half, it was not enough as BTA pulls out the win. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. Once again, I am Jesse Mayfield Sheehan, happy to have brought you live coverage of today's Massachusetts Bay Independent League Varsity High School Boys Basketball Contest. If you enjoyed this live stream, be sure to hit the like button, and also be sure to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams, including this coming Monday when the BTA boys will be back in action hosting the Landmark School Vikings on Monday at 5:30 p.m. So be sure to stay tuned for that. Subscribe to the channel can help. Thank you all so much for all the live chats. Some of them were pretty helpful, and just love the overall good vibes. If you got anything else you would like to say, I encourage you to say it in the comment section down below after the stream has concluded. Also, check out the bottom right corner of your screen. You can see the URL to my personal website, jessesports.com. You can find out more about me, the freelance sports broadcasting services that I provide to different teams, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. Below that, my email address, jgms88@gmail.com, if you just want to email me directly with any questions or requests you may have. And below that, the URL to my Instagram account, instagram.com/jgms88. Follow me on Instagram, where I post highlights from previous live streams. But for this live stream, that is going to do it. Boston Trinity Academy 55, Marie Phillip 41. I am Jesse Mayfield Sheehan from the Bradley Athletic Center. Thank you all for watching, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.